we're going to go ahead and move into our gameplay section, and we will introduce our player here. So, our player this evening is Nat. Go ahead and tell us about yourself, Nat.
Hi, I'm Natalie. I don't know. I'm a streamer as well. Neko Queen Nat. That's where all my lovely emotes are coming from. I love video games, and I'm very much looking forward to actually playing a D&D campaign that lasts more than 3 sessions. So I'm super, super excited.
Oh yeah,
to be here.
You're locked in for at least 20.
I'm so excited. You don't even understand. I don't know. Not much to say about me. I'm a pink cat with a crown.
Yes, yeah, you're a little
I'm
bouncing
amazing.
guy, little bouncing gal there. Yes, these campaigns tend to be anywhere between like 20 and 30 sessions. So, that's on a bi-weekly schedule. So,
crazy.
Yep. So with that, we're going to go ahead and get into the meat and bones of our session. We don't have anybody else to introduce, and we don't have a recap because this is a character introduction session. So let's go ahead and get ourselves started here. Let me go ahead and just do some behind the scenes magic.
Yes, very much assuming we don't get TPK'd in one session. I hope that we don't have that happen to us.
Probably not. I mean, probably not. So. I'm trying to set some mood here.
Oh, so dark.
Dark and spooky.
Dark and stormy night.
Actually, yes. So I can turn the rain on. Hold on. Give me... Fuck, where did it go?
What's a stream without a little bit of scuff?
I know. My FX master just doesn't exist anymore. I'll have to look into that. What we'll do instead is we'll just do it with audio. So... Where's my rainstorm? Rainstorm. Ah, here it is.
It's raining.
Okay.
It sounds miserable.
Yeah. Yep. Okay, let me bring this up. Years ago, you stumbled into Fordeth, broken in mind, freed at last from the shackles of domination that enslaved you to an apocalyptic will. People kept their distance from the confused and near-feral Ith. You evaded the garrison and found your way to a more affluent neighborhood. There you were taken in by a girl whose first word to you was "Kitty!" She was magnetic and too excited to see you. Now, here again in the city, you stand alone but with purpose, a sense of self and duty. You've an assignment, one of strict confidence. Their trust in you is total, and you wouldn't betray, not after all they've done for you. You've been given a somewhat complete plan of action. At the very least, it is a list. It is late, and the correspondence control office is on the 3rd floor of the administration wing of the castle. You planned the operation for a day when the forecast was supposed to be less rain. Not only for your safe caper, but also because you don't like getting your fur wet. Please describe your character.
So Tess is an Ith. That's how you say it, right?
That's correct.
So she is on the shorter end of the height scale, but that doesn't mean anything because to most humans, she's probably pretty tall. She's 6 foot, lanky, very, very agile. Typically dresses as you would expect somebody who sneaks around would dress. Dark clothing, leather. The bottom of her leather pants slash boots are cut out so that her little toesies can stick out, her little paws can stick out, so she can have some better traction when she's moving around. Right now it's pouring down rain, so really all you would see, if you saw her at all, she'd probably be just wearing a black cloak with the hood pulled up over her massive, massive furry ears. The only thing you might notice is her big old blue eyes might be glowing slightly in the moonlight.
And so I do have a portrait here for your character. It's not the one that was most recently done. It is what I have had in Foundry since earlier. I just haven't gotten around to updating it with the new information. But this is what she looks like for those that need a visual aid.
A beautiful kitty.
Yeah.
Yes, and she wears a collar. An actual collar around her neck.
Right. Tess stands atop the curtain wall surrounding Fordeth Castle, on the top of one of the crenellations, at the top of one of the towers. The leap is far. Missing may mean an untimely demise, but you've made the jump in test situations before. The grappling hook is necessary to make the jump. You tie the rope tightly through the loop in the hook, and one end to yourself. Now's the time for the leap across the chasm. In case you are unaware, this is the spot we're looking at right here. This is the leap from this corner to this portion of the castle. Now, it may not look like much from, our vantage point up here as the griffin's eye, but it is quite far. You need to be high up to be able to make this jump, and there's by no means, you're not under any illusions or delusions that you will land on the rooftop of this other building. Oh no, gravity is much stronger than that. You will be needing the grappling hook to secure a position of strength so that when you do slam against that building, you don't go tumbling down to your death. Right? So, this is a skill challenge. And for those of you who are unaware, that's what most, if not many, but most, roles outside of combat are skill challenges. So, I need you to make 2 checks. These are going to be averaged together. A Thieves' Tool check for your grappling hook, and we'll see where that goes first.
Okay,
so
do I have to use the Thieves' Tool from the inventory?
You go under Attributes, and then all the way at the bottom you have Tool Proficiencies.
Okay, I see. Still learning. Okay. And then normal.
I do. I know. Dad's talking to somebody else, and you don't like that.
There's my Thieves' Tools check.
All right.
14.
14. And now for the Acrobatics check. This is the physicality portion, the athleticism, the acrobatics of this whole endeavor. You leap across after tossing the grappling hook and giving it some lead as you jump. How well this... Ooh, very good.
Ooh.
What, that 27?
Heck
that is a natural 20.
A nat 20. Just a nat 20 for the nat.
That's right. We will go ahead and cross out that prior failure with that 14 and give you a full success on this check. So, the hook makes it across the chasm. You come swinging in towards the wall, and with a perfectly timed coiling of your body to absorb the impact, you hop and are safe. And then you begin the climb up the wall of the building to the 3rd floor of this administration wing. And after the climb, you reach a window.
And then I go inside the window, I assume.
Well, the window appears to be closed. You may take a look.
Is it locked? Can I see if I can open it very silently?
Let's go ahead and take a look here. Make a
Is
perception check
is
for
this
me.
window where I'm trying to get to, though?
Yes, this is the office you're trying to get to. Your intel
Okay.
tells you so. But
Yes.
go ahead
Okay.
and give me a perception check.
Perception.
Okay.
Boo.
Okay. Be aware that you have several features from being your subclass that can assist you for some of these checks. So, from the window, you can see the entire room as you poke your head up, and your little blue eyes scanning about. It is a well-appointed office, several filing cabinets, a large wooden desk laden with quills, inks, and papers. It has several drawers that appear to be locked from here. The door directly across from the window on the opposite side of the wall is closed. The walls of the room are stocked with shelves, have cabinets up against them, or other furniture, leaving not a space bare. There's no one inside. The window is closed, but it is, from first glances, unlocked.
Can I tell if there's any traps or anything? Like if I open the window? Will any traps go off?
So that would have been covered by your perception check.
Okay. So if there are any, not that I can tell.
Correct.
So, Nat is hanging there on the wall. Her hair is getting pelted by the rain, her fur. A little white mouse comes up, chirps in her ear. It's equally as annoyed at the fact that it's getting pelted by the rain.
Mm-hmm.
So, she wants to get out of the rain, so she's gonna try and slowly open the window and pray to whatever gods may or may not exist that there are no traps that go off. And if the window is unlocked and open, she will slink inside.
Okay. You slip a knife through the gap between the windows here. Open the latch, and you're inside. You step deftly onto the carpeted floor. You're out of the rain.
Phew! Thank goodness. Her little mouse chirps in her ear again. Like she can talk to it, but it can't. Nobody else can tell what it was saying. Not that there's anybody else there, she hopes.
You look around, there appears to be no one else.
She'll push her hood down so she can have a better vision of what's going on in the room.
Mm-hmm.
What exactly is her goal? What is she trying to get here?
Go ahead and take a look at your inventory. Inside your inventory, you should have a heist plan.
Oh, I do. Retrieve the authorization letter. Descend to the crypt and access and find the blind leap. This will connect you to the waterway. Exit the waterway and an above-ground access point and return home. So I need an authorization letter.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess you said that she noticed there's papers everywhere. She's going to very quietly try and... Can I examine the room now that I'm inside to make sure there's
Yes.
no traps in the room?
Yes, this would be an investigation check.
Okay, investigation. Make sure I click the right thing here. Can I make my character window, like zoom in, my character sheet?
Are you finding the text is too small or something?
Little bit. With my giant monitor, a little bit.
Not that I'm aware of. You can stretch the sheet out to be less clumped, but you, as far as I know, you cannot adjust the size of the font in the sheet. You can adjust the size of fonts in your settings. So it'd be the gears under game settings, and then there should be a font option in one of those menus.
I will take a peek, see if I can adjust that. But what did I roll? What, a 21?
21, yes. So you rolled a 21. As you take a look around the room. You see that this locked desk is probably where it is stored. As far as traps are concerned, there's no trap on the front door. There's no trap on the cabinets or any of that furniture. If there's a trap anywhere, it's in this desk, and you haven't located a mechanism by which it would be activated. So as far as you're aware, it's either untrapped or very cleverly hidden.
Okay. So she'll briefly search, not too in depth. She's not going to go walk around the room, but as she's at the desk, she'll sort of eye the desk, see if there's anything shiny, anything that looks like it might be valuable.
Sure.
If it is, she's absolutely going to pocket it.
Yeah.
She'll sift through any papers, make sure there's nothing else that might look important. Once she's done with that, assuming nothing has happened, she will attempt to open the drawer. And hopefully it opens, and see if she can find this authorization letter she is after.
Okay, go ahead and this is mainly for what Tess acquires in her sticky-fingered scan. Go ahead and give me just a regular D20. This is what's casually referred to as a luck check. 7. Okay.
I wonder what the 7's tonight, man.
So with this 7, you find that there is a nice thin pipe on this desk. It is made of silver. There is, it's one of those long pipes with the, the little end bowl and the breathing tube on that long end. I don't remember what the style is called off the top of my head right now, but it's long and thin, very pretty, well made. You take that and pocket it because it's shiny and looks nice. Sorry. The second thing is, for opening the desk is locked, and you will need to make use of your thieves' tools. Unless you wish to force it with your strength.
No. If it is locked, she will attempt to unlock it with her thieves' tools. So just another thieves' tools check roll, yes?
Yes. I do.
Okay. Roll good. Well, that's a 13.
13. Insufficient. This lock has bested you. Your skills with these picks are not as good as this lock's mechanism, unfortunately. If you're to get into this desk, you will have to force it.
Before she goes that far, she knows the chances are probably low, but she might take a look around the room, see what the chances are she finds a key to open it.
Okay.
Or, something that might help her open it.
There is a +2. There are 2 +2s available from bonuses purchased by the community prior to the session, if you'd like to use one of those on this check. Now, I cannot tell you if that will succeed, but I do offer the bonus to you in the event that you have failed the roll. So, you may use a +2 bonus on this Thieves' Tool check. You may use both +2 bonuses on this Thieves' Tool check if you wish.
Now, I assume that this isn't like Baldur's Gate where I can I failed that one and my lockpick broke. Let me try again.
No.
I failed my check, so okay.
I also don't.
I'll take Abby's advice and I'll use one of the +2s and we'll see. Does a 15 get me into the drawer?
A 15 does get you into the drawer.
Yay! Thank you, Gabby.
Through the serendipity of fate, you, at the last moment as you're beginning to give up, you pull your pick out, and it catches a mechanism that you didn't know was there, which springs the lock. The drawer opens, and there is a sealed envelope there, addressed to no one in particular, but it is addressed from the Office of the Archmage. This is the letter you're looking for.
She's definitely going to take that. Her little mouse companion comes out, pokes his head again out of her little hood, makes some more squeaks at her. She just nods at it, She tucks that thing away in the safest place she can find it, right in between her boobs.
Okay, so she stuffs it
And,
down her shirt.
yep, because she knows it'll stay nice and safe there. She does not open it, she does not look at it, she does not read it, she just puts it away.
Okay.
Now, she's gonna very quickly look around the rest of the room and see if anything else catches her kleptomaniac eyes that she might want to take.
Based on the prior check, because this would have been covered by that,
Let's see. Let me see this again.
you are not bedazzled by anything else, unfortunately. There's a lot of real boring paperwork in here. None of that's really shiny. You took the one shiny object.
All right. So, as per her heist plan, from here she needs to descend to the crypt access. Does she have the knowledge on where that would be in relation to where she's at now?
There are two routes. There is through the hallways of the castle, which is possible. She'd need to stealth through the halls, but it would keep her out of the rain and would keep her in a more controlled environment. She would just have to evade patrols. Likewise, she could attempt to cross the distance over the rooftops, but that would leave her more open. She would get rained on, and it would still be a series of stealth checks to evade those patrols and getting spotted from the towers.
I think she would think that she had a better chance inside.
Okay.
Because up in the towers, they have a pretty wide field of view, even though it's raining and dark. If she peeks outside the door of this office she's in, I'm assuming all the lights are off, everybody's asleep, right?
It seems that way, yeah. You poke your head out through the door. Passive perception tells you that the nice, well-dressed hallway is empty and dark, and there's no one in it at the moment.
Okay. So I will say that she goes for the inside route. She will put her hood back up, her cloak, all that back on, hide her face and everything. Possibly even get down on all fours to try and sneak.
Mm-hmm.
And if there's any sort of balcony she can jump to skip down a level without making too much noise, or, poles she can slide or anything like that, just to make her journey faster, she's going to take that route as fast as she can.
Okay. From that window that you gained access through, there's no balcony you can use to expedite your escape. However, you do know that the elite guard do regular patrols through the hallways, and you've been informed what their usual timetable is. So, if you would like to proceed with the internal hallway escape, and if you're going full cat, do you take your little booties off?
No. Because like I said, she keeps the bottoms of them cut out, so that she can have her feet on the ground.
Okay, so her little
she's still got her leather gloves on, but
her cat bean toes are on the ground though. Okay.
They are out 100% of the time on her back feet.
Okay.
So to speak, her main feetsies.
Then you may make your stealth check at advantage.
Ooh.
Very nice.
Awesome. So close to another nat 20.
So close. So you proceed through the hallways of the castle, evading the elite guard. There are some distant conversations you hear, bits and pieces of, but nothing particularly interesting. The alarm hasn't been sounded. No one is looking for you. And as you proceed, you find your way down to the crypt. You make your way down the stairs into this lower section of the castle. This crypt access is dusty and old, but visited often enough. You do know you cannot take a rest here. You need to find the blind leap, which will take you off of the castle's grounds, out of the castle grounds, back to the city.
All right, well, she's down in a new area now. She's down in a crypt.
Mm-hmm.
So she's always want to be checking for them traps before she progresses.
Okay.
Are there any traps or anything that might go off? She does not want to set anything off if she can avoid it.
Sure. Go ahead and make an investigation check. Now, the difference here, folks, between an investigation check and a perception check, for those unaware, is a perception check is just using your general senses, and an investigation check is not only just using your senses, but also touching things and kind of prodding things gently to see how they work or see if there's some kind of mechanism. Of the two, investigation checks are more thorough, but they do leave you a little bit more open to accidentally springing of the trap, whereas perception checks do not. With this natural 4, well, this natural 3, with a grand total of 4,
yeah, I do not have great investigation.
this place is a little spooky in the way that all crypts are. There's dead people down here, and I don't know how Tess feels about that, but they didn't spend a whole lot of money making the crypts particularly nice. Unlike the rest of the castle, which is essentially a palace. So...
Are these crypts like the nobles are buried down here? The people who would
yes,
from the family that lives in the castle.
Yes, the Juicia family's members are all interned here. And so, like, you walk by a sarcophagus and it is some ancient king. Probably dust inside. But it's, this crypt belongs to royalty, and they don't go down here very often. So as you proceed through this space, there are, gargoyles and things on the walls, suits of armor near particular tombs. Some of them belonging to old kings and queens, some of them belonging to princes and such, family members of the royals. And while very tempting to perhaps take a piece of, you're aware that it will be missed and someone will notice. And that would be bad.
Does it necessarily deter her, though?
Does it?
Depends how shiny the things are.
Well, they are rather scuffed from being down here in the script for so long. So I would say they're very muted.
She won't take anything because right now she's very focused on the mission at hand.
Okay.
Which is getting that letter home.
Right. All right.
So she's gonna have this tiniest little bit of willpower to ignore everything else, and she is just slightly creeped out.
Okay. As she continues through this crypt, she passes by just a statue of a person shrouded in a cloak that is fairly nondescript. Just a strange statue. Nondescript person in a cloak. Can't see their face, can't see really any details about them. There are carvings of stars in the cloak.
Okay. So, as she's walking through all of this, and so far no traps have triggered, she's like, all right, who needs to protect the dead anyway, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Right.
But this statue is very interesting, and there's stars on it, so of course she wants to. Her curiosity killed the cat, as they say. So if something is standing out, she wants to look at it. She wants to see if there's anything special about it.
Okay.
Because if this is supposed to be a crypt for, kings and queens and lords and ladies, why is there somebody that looks kind of like how she's dressed right now in a way.
You take
Statue.
go ahead and give me a perception check if you'd like.
Got it. I love that I'm getting to do all these rolls, and they're all awful.
Hey, you're looking around this statue, and there's a dish, a silver dish, in front of it, and it's got some gold coins in it.
Oh. You know what? Because I critically failed my roll on that, technically,
You did.
she's gonna take the gold coins.
And the dish, right?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah. So you
if she can fit the dish in her stuff, she's absolutely taking the whole thing.
This is a good moment for you to learn how to operate your inventory. You may add not only the silver pipe from earlier, but a silver dish to your inventory, as well as 15 gold pieces. So
How do I do such a thing?
So to add items to your inventory, you have to unlock your sheet. That is in the top left-hand corner.
Oh, okay.
And once you've unlocked your sheet, you want to add items to the category of loot. So those add buttons will be in the bottom right-hand corner of each category. And you will be adding a silver pipe and a silver dish.
Oh. How do I change the name of it?
You click on the edit button. It looks like a pencil in a box.
Oh, I see it there.
Yep.
I see it. Okay.
And then you will also add 15 gold pieces by adding 15 to the box that already has 15 gold pieces.
Okay, so I'm adding a pipe.
Silver pipe, yep.
Silver pipe. Okay. And what was the other thing? The
silver dish. Yep.
That's right. Scroll down. She's all excited. She got some gold. Okay, how do I add the gold?
You click into the box and you can either type in plus 15 and it'll do the math for you, or you can do the math yourself and adjust it from 15 gold pieces to 30.
Okay. I'll just put 30. Damn, that's actually feels like a lot.
It is.
It's like 15 gold pieces. This feels like a lot. Like, I don't know how the currency works exactly in your campaign, but I'm used to, like, trading in mostly copper pieces. So gold feels like a lot.
Yes. In Valgas, 15 gold pieces for a common, regular day worker is a fortune. They would kill a man for that much money. We're talking about the amount of money that you can maybe retire on if you're, if you've got that kind of lifestyle. It's not enough money to make you into something other than what you already are, but it is enough money to be a little bit more comfortable.
Yes, absolutely. She definitely would have taken that stuff then. All right, if she has that, and I mean, if nothing happened, she can keep scurrying on her little way.
You scurry on your little way, and you find yourself at the edge of the chasm once again, but on the other side of things. Your crypt path opens up to a natural opening in this natural formation around, where the castle was built upon. The moat is below you. Across from you, there is the curtain wall. It rises high above you. There's no way you're throwing your grappling hook to that. At this point, where you're standing at the hole in the side of the moat wall, on the castle side, you can see the access you're hoping to gain a foothold on. It's on the other side, built entirely with stones. There's no rocky outcrop or jutting branch or convenient overhook for you to throw your grappling hook onto. The distance is too far to jump, but there's gotta be a way to cross. It's part of your escape route plan, and it's one known by the family that you work for.
So it's a moat, so I assume the water is...
There's no water.
Okay.
Most moats
No
don't
water.
have water because, unless, they've been filled with naturally by like a river or stream. Most moats don't have a water because standing water is a bad idea. It leads to disease and that sort of thing. What's actually at the bottom of this moat, if you were to look down, or do you do so?
Yes, I was gonna ask, like, how far, like, how high up am I? Like, what's below me?
You're 50 feet from the bottom of the moat. You can see that there are jagged spikes, junk, and hard rocks at the bottom of this. Like, they've taken the opportunity to just, at some point in history, fashion not spears, like full-on blades to just stick at the bottom of this thing. They're full triangular blades, probably 3 feet in total length, to just kind of cleave a man in half as he lands into the moat. Landing in there would be bad for you. You'd probably get really badly injured. You are skilled at falling in such a way that you could manage to not perish from this, but it would not be a good thing for you to fall.
All right. So what's above me?
Above
Anything
you,
of note? Anything of note above me that I might be able to swing off of, or use to give me momentum, or any sort of connecting or jutting out piece of the building that could shorten the leap?
unfortunately, no. As you scan across the space, this is oddly a really terrible escape route, unless there's some kind of hidden or perhaps magical thing that you're missing. You may make a perception check if you'd like.
I was gonna say, if can I search and see if she notices anything?
Sure.
That might be of importance.
Yeah.
So I will do a perception and let's see.
Do note your
What's a
features.
7 again?
I was gonna do note your features. So you have this particular feature in your
Yeah, Tess, do need to read my stuff again.
Do you read your stuff? This doesn't particularly apply because you're not using a bonus action for this. You're not really using an action at all, other than like a full action to check. But a 15 is good enough.
Wait.
So,
I would say I think a lot of my feats are specifically like my wisdom perception to spot a hidden creature or object. Kind of what I'm doing right now, but
yeah,
like you said, not using a bonus action.
right.
So it doesn't really matter.
But because you have this feature, I give you a little bit more leeway, which means lower DCs for these kinds of checks.
Oh, goody.
You see that the rain is falling. There's a strange effect in the middle of the air, level with you, where you're standing. There's got to be something solid there because the rain is slapping into it. Like there's something physical there, but you can't see it. It's invisible. And it's in a pattern. As you stare at it long enough, you see that it is a zigzag. There's some kind of like hidden pathway here that you can't see that's in a zigzag. You definitely meant to throw someone off to keep them from walking straight towards that entry on the other side. Because if they do so blindly and they don't know the path, they will fall to their death, right? But you can now see the zigzag and you can just walk right across to the other side.
Yeah, if she determines that this is a path that she can step on and she will not fall through, she is going to do so and take it to the other side, and she will do so carefully because though her toe beans are out and she is a cat, she still doesn't want to fall to her doom.
Right.
So she will do so very slowly while her mouse companion hides, terrified for its life, in her hood, still otherwise silent.
As you reach out with your toe beans to touch where this rain is falling, you feel something that is solid like stone there. And so you walk out into the chasm on this invisible bridge shaped like a zigzag to the other side, which leads you to the waterway. As you enter the waterway of Fort F City, you find that it is quite large. You've been down here before. It's fairly straightforward. There are large channels of water running here and about. These channels have walkways on either side of them. Some channels are full of wastewater, some channels are full of fresh water. Eventually you make your way to a surface access point, which is usually a pump room, where they fiddle with some kind of Magitech device that pumps the water from this aquifer or from this waterway into the surrounding buildings, the businesses and homes of this particular district. You exit the waterway, and you find yourself on the streets of Fordath in the middle of the night.
At that point, she would consider herself pretty much home free and would make her way home as briskly as possible to get out of this terrifying rain. This not terrifying, this terrible rain.
Terrible rain. Bye. You make your way into a very affluent neighborhood. You find the house that you are accustomed to going to, and you clamber over the wall unseen into the backyard. Around the pool, you keep your distance from that water, and you make your way into the house through the back door. House is warm, lit. You hear hushed voices in one of the nearby rooms. They were expecting you.
Okay, so once she's inside, take off her soaking wet cloak, shake off a little bit as if she was like a dog, but she's a cat.
As you do so, a man appearing from nowhere, this is clearly the butler, says, "Oh, Miss Tess, please, behave yourself." And takes you away from there, kind of like puts his hands on your shoulders to stop you from doing that. Says, "We have prepared a bath for you and fresh clothes. Please wash up before you see the mistress and get presentable."
She just blinks at him in confusion as if like, why? But she shrugs. She's like, okay, I've been here long enough. She still has yet to actually say anything, though.
Mm-hmm.
But she goes where he leads her. She takes a nice, warm, lovely bath. Warms up with her little mouse companion.
There's a rubber ducky floating in the bath.
She absolutely plays with it.
Mm-hmm.
Splashes it around a little bit. Puts some fresh clothes on. Uses some sort of drying something, hopefully, to dry her fur as best as she can.
There are towels. You know, yeah, they're drying.
But there's no blow dryer.
There's no blow dryer. There's
nothing electric. So at the end of the day, she's still gonna be a wet cat. So she's still gonna look a little bit like a rat.
Yeah.
When she comes out of there, but she puts on her clothes and she brushes her fur to try and make herself look better.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Makes sure that the letter that she stole is still there.
Oh, yes.
And untouched and unopened.
That was
nobody tampered with it.
No, that was picked up and placed, with your fresh clothing after your wet, soaked clothing was retrieved by the household staff to be laundered.
She's gonna make sure that it didn't get soaked and
it's
unreadable.
Fine. It's
and that it's good.
Yeah. It's in
Make
good
sure
shape.
her gold coins are still there. Nobody took my 15 gold.
No. Your stuff is actually been taken to where you lay your head to rest at night. So your equipment, your gear, all that kind of stuff has been taken to your room. That includes whatever treasures you lifted from,
Okay. So once all that's said and done, she will make her way to the room where she I assume, would know that they're waiting for her.
Yes, in a drawing
And-
room.
Yeah. She'll just walk in and she'll give an appropriate sort of janky but good enough bow / curtsy.
Mhm.
She's clearly trying very hard, but you know, her lanky body isn't. It still looks a little funky. But she does that, and she just says, "I'm home."
This you you enter a lavishly furnished room. Has two other women in it. These are women you're familiar with. You're trusted. There's no guard. And the elder one, Portia, unfolds a piece of paper, looks at it very quickly, holds it back up, lays her hand out for you to pass her the envelope.
Oh yeah, Tess very, like, she's trying to hold back her excitement because in her mind she's like, I did good, I did good, I did good. So she's trying very hard not to be too crazy, but she practically skips over to Portia, hands it over, and says, I hope I did good. I did good, right?
Yes, yes. She takes the envelope, opens it, checks the letter, reads it very quickly, passes it to the younger woman, who also reads it. You're familiar with this one as well. She is not your adopter, but she is her older sister. And that would be Alaza. So a couple years older. Your understanding is that Eliana is in the capital too, but she's in the military. And she's also what the family kind of casually refers to as one of the mundanes. She doesn't have a magical bone in her body, which is standout in this particular family. Mm-hmm. Most of the main bloodline members of the family are sorcerers. The older sister passes the paperwork back to Portia, and she says, we'll have a copy of this made for you. Part 1 of the operation is complete, thanks to you. Nice to say, we're impressed with your performance. We'll need that again. Our inquiries indicate that no one else is supposed to be going on this mission other than the legate and her party, that is. 1 Knight Protector, 2 Adjutant Diplomats, the actual diplomat, and a Cleric of Liquidor. You'll have papers that will stand up to scrutiny to allow you onto the mission. We want you to either acquire this, and she shows you a piece of paper with 2 words on it, or whatever plans may exist to build one. If that is impossible for any reason, any sufficiently unique magical object would do.
She's giving this to Tess, right?
She has showed you the words.
Okay. Does she know what the words say?
I will send you what the words say.
Okay. Other people can't know what the words are.
No, they cannot know what the words are.
You got it. Okay.
This is a for you thing.
So she looks at him, at the words. She kind of tilts her head, and she just nods very excitedly, like she understands, and she goes, yes, of course. I'll do my best. I do my best.
That's all we ask of you. And you know, if you don't fail us, Tess, you'll have the honor of becoming Tess Rosenbell.
Her eyes just light up. Like, if this was an anime, there would be sparkles and stars in her eyes, and her eyes would just get massive and just like,
There's that wow sound effect that plays in the background. Mm-hmm. That's right.
And her little hands come together in front of her, and like cute little fists, like, really?
Yes, this is a big ask of you, and we are aware of that, and so we're going to reward you in a fashion that is, well, worthy of the endeavor. And that would be a formal adoption into the family, not the main branch, of course, but you would be formally adopted into Rosenbell. which is the cadet branch of the family.
Mhm. She just nods. She gets down on one knee, as you know, like you would expect if somebody was like pledging their loyalty or something, and she's just like, I won't let you down. She's just so excited.
Good, good. Now, there's some time left between now and when this mission is to occur. We will give you all of the things you need to be successful in this endeavor. So prepare a list, and we will make sure you get it. Just be on time to the rendezvous, and make sure you complete your mission.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I'll do it.
Okay. This brings us a little bit to a more free-form sort of section of tonight's session. So we're going to go ahead and stop being so in the moment of thunder and rain, but more of a shopping episode and general roleplay experience. So, you have some time to go about the city of Fordeath, and I want a different song. I want a different song in this one. How about this guy?
She goes back to her room after all of that, snuggles into her bed, and pulls out her little mouse companion from wherever he was hiding in her shirt, and just holds him in her two little paws that she's now taken her gloves off of, and she just looks at him and she goes, "It's real, Snowball. It's real."
His eyes light up big and bright.
He just chitters at her as if she can understand what he's saying. She starts tearing up, snuggles him close to her face, and then she has the best sleep that she's ever had since his family adopted her, and then wakes up bright and early to start the next day to get whatever she needs.
Okay. So, you have some money of your own, and I don't know if Tess would want to pawn her ill-gotten gains, but she can.
It depends on if when she's shopping, she finds something even better.
Okay.
Then she might be convinced to give up some of her shinies.
Sure.
But it would have to be something of Oliver, can you please, of better value. I'm being interrupted by a real cat.
I am a victim of that sort of thing too. Deladue all the time. She's laying at the foot of Gabby's chair right now, being like, "Why isn't Dad paying attention to me?" But yes, what do you go shopping for?
So, what does she know about this mission?
She knows, she's been told by the family that it's to go visit the Dark Elves. You've maybe seen one in town. There aren't many of them on the surface, as far as you know. You know that you'll be going underground. You also know that that is not common knowledge. That most people believe that these folks live somewhere far to the south, in the shade of the rings of Valgas. Valgas is a ringed planet.
Okay. So, I don't know if she would think she needs too much. She'd probably just want to make sure that she's stocked up on arrows.
Okay.
And possibly see if there's anything magical or magic imbued arrows or anything, just in case. But otherwise, I don't know if she would think she necessarily needs to bring anything specific that she doesn't already have.
Okay.
She would definitely want to take some of that gold, though, and just go to whatever place has the shiniest stuff and just see what they have. She's
Sure.
like, I have gold. Gold is shiny, but it's not as shiny as or as pretty as like gems.
There's a really nice jewelry boutique that is way outside your price range, within the central district, that you window shop from and have had like the compulsion to maybe attempt to rob, but you have been told that not only is it staffed by sorcerers, which is always a big death flag, right? But that the relationship, the professional relationship there, the social relationship there is one not to be crossed.
Okay.
But there is
she just shoves her face against the window so she can see what's inside.
Yeah.
And her fur gets all smushed. Everybody's like, look at this weird cat.
Right. This is this place where you've seen one of these dark elves before. She appears to be like tall, meandering about the store, doing business stuff, talking to a human man, talking to some human women in the store, dealing with customers. You've seen this person before, wandering about. How well do you think Tess can read?
I think I was kind of going for both in reading and writing. She can, but kind of mundane levels, so not particularly sophisticated. Like, I think the family would have taught her and she would have learned alongside Alana, because when she was a kid, but not nearly as educated as like the family. So I think she can read stuff.
Okay.
And write stuff at a very basic level.
The sign on the shop says Saphira's.
She wants to go inside so bad, but she's also kind of shy of meeting new people, especially ones that seem so fancy. So she just says to herself that she's gonna go in there someday. For sure. Maybe when she gets back from this trip, she will have enough goodies to be able to buy something from there.
Gotcha. As you finish huffing the window and walk away,
drawing a heart shape out of the fog that her breath left on the window.
Right. You wander off into to a more affordable store that sells shinies. Which many would know is a pawn shop. The shinies here are fairly nice. Not as nice as Saphira's, but they're good. They're better than regular old coin. And so you may peruse these shinies for anything of interest. Now, if you're looking for magical stuff, I will ask you for an investigation check. If you're looking for specific stuff like healing potions or other kinds of sundries, that sort of stuff, you've been informed generally that like rations and like camping supplies and that sort of stuff will be provided by the expedition.
Okay.
So you don't need to worry about that.
Then she's definitely gonna look for. She may not know necessarily it's magical, but inherently, I think magical things tend to look fancier and prettier and shinier. So that's definitely sort of what she's looking for, to see if anything really sticks out. Do you want me to do? You said investigation.
Yep. Oof. There it is. There it is. There's a lovely natural 2 there.
Can't even get a +2 to that and do anything with it.
Yeah, you're in the region of failed it so hard. The +2 won't even make the failure less awful. You come to the pawn shop and the guy kind of like rolls his eyes and goes, "You again? Are you gonna buy something this time, or are you just gonna fog everything up?"
Her ears pinned down, like she's sad. She goes wide-eyed again, like Puss in Boots from Shrek, and just kind of teary-eyed, like, I was just looking, and maybe.
Okay, do you have money this time?
Just like really
hamming it up.
Yes.
The guy goes, "Okay, do you have money this time?" Okay. All right then.
And she pulls out the bag and like, look.
All right. Relax. Take a browse. See if you like anything. Let me know what it is. See if it's, something you can afford. And kind of
Snowball jumps out and just onto. I assume things are underneath like a glass. Like
yeah.
You would see in a traditional like pawn shop or something. Snowball just jumps out and starts just skittering around.
Oh shit! A mouse. The guy gets a paper fan out of the out from under the desk. Starts slamming it.
Don't hurt him.
What? This is yours?
He's my buddy.
Okay.
She scoops him back up and cuddles him close, and her tears get even bigger. And she's like,
"All right. Stop crying, please. Okay, I didn't know he was your friend. I didn't know he was yours.
My best friend.
I don't think I almost killed him. It's a paper fan."
And she goes, "I should get a discount. Emotional trauma."
Roll persuasion check. Emotional trauma.
Persuasion.
Hmm?
There it is. I love that she failed again because that feels accurate.
He goes, "All right, relax. I can't give you a discount. I got bosses too, okay? But you can come by the store and look whenever you want. I won't hassle you anymore, okay?"
She wipes her mixture of fake tears and real tears and says, okay. And then she looks around, and since I'm assuming she failed her check so badly, she doesn't see anything inherently special. She's going to look to see if there's anything that's green, like a bright green, or like a bright blue, like her eyes, some sort of gem, because those are her favorite colors.
Okay. There's a really gaudy ring that is very thin gold band, fairly small, square cut, blue stone set into it. It's not particularly nice or anything like that, but it is, similar color to Tess's eyes, and it does look like it could fit on your finger.
She kneels down because she's so freaking tall, and she holds Snowball up, and she says, "What do you think about that, Snowball?" And she goes, and then she looks at the shopkeep and she just says, "How much is this one?"
He comes over, he looks at the ring, and pops open the glass. He sets it down. He says, "Well, how about How about 15 Reds? Let's gold pieces."
In her mind, she's like, I have that.
Mm.
And he can see the internal conflict on her face as she stares at Snowball.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, out loud, she goes, "That's so expensive." But she also knows that she stole those 15 gold pieces, and she's afraid someone might come after her.
Right.
She's like, there could be something. They might know that I stole them gold pieces. So, she says, "Can I hold it and look at it closer?"
He says, "Yeah, sure."
So, she's holding it. She lets Snowball sniff it. How shiny on a scale of 1 to 10 is the gem?
It's probably a 2.
She says, 10? That's it. She just says 10?
Okay. make a persuasion check.
Hey, not bad.
Yeah, that's not bad. He goes, yeah,
better than what I've been rolling all night.
yeah, all right. I'll let you have it for 10.
She's all excited. Gladly hands over the 10 pieces, very specifically keeping track of which ones she stole the night before, and make sure she hands over 10 of these stolen gold pieces.
Right.
As if there's any significance to that, but you never know.
Okay.
And she gladly takes the ring, and then she says, "Do you have chain?"
Do I have chain?
Chain.
Like for a necklace?
And I'm sure he's confused because she just bought a ring, but she kind of holds up her hand and her like little gloves, and she's like, "I can't wear with gloves."
Oh, yeah, I got. Are you looking for gold, silver, iron, copper, bronze?
She just shrugs. She's like,
all right, let me show you my stock. Okay, the cheapest one I have over here is simple iron chain. That'll run you 4 copper pieces, 4 zinc, and I will be happy to part with it for that. And you can easily put it on that chain, but it'll be stronger than any of the shinier ones, so you're less likely to break it. And I'll even polish it for you for 2 extra, so 6. That way it'll look nice and shiny, but it's just iron.
"What about the ring? Polish that. Polish too?"
I will polish the ring for you too for another 2 extra, which will be 8 copper.
And once again, she confers with her snowball companion that is at this point now sitting atop her head. And she just looks up as if she can see it, but she can't, and it's just chittering at her.
The guy goes, "What is he, your accountant? What is this?"
"He's my best friend!"
No, all right, jeez.
She makes a little sniffing, like, of mild frustration. But before she buys the chain, she thinks, count to Kitty, she thinks, I could probably get a chain at home.
Yes.
She could probably convince someone at home to just give her a chain.
Right.
But the polishing of the ring probably can't do that at home. Right?
As far as you're aware, you don't know of anyone in the family that you speak to on a regular basis that is a jeweler. The family does employ servants, so you could give it to one of them and just be like, "Hey, polish." And you have a decent relationship with the servants. Like, you're part of them, but you're not really. But you're also not really part of the family.
Mm-hmm.
So you're kind of in this like middle ground of like, you're employed, but you're not part of the regular servant group. So you're a little bit on the outside there. You can risk it and say, "Hey, polish this ring," and see if they return it to you. Or they get the job done or whatever. Or you can, take the services of a man who you've agitated and also harassed and, bullied a little bit.
But she also knows him because she clearly comes in here all the time.
Right, yeah. This is the same guy that you're always dealing with.
I think she'll go, "You polish ring?" And then she just hands him the ring.
Okay.
She passes it back over and she goes, "I wait on chain."
Okay, if that's what you want. He fills out some paperwork, passes you a bill of sale. And it just describes the ring. He says, "You need to sign that right there."
So she just grabs whatever quill or pen or whatever, and
yeah, it's like a light mechanical kind of pen.
She signs it. There's no last name though. It's just Tess.
Okay.
That's it.
Goes, all right. He takes that, produces a copy. Sign that one. That one's going to be your copy. So we'll have matching copies if anyone asks about it.
Okay.
Okay. And then he goes over and he gives the ring a little bath in a solution, and then polishes it up for you. And it's not much more shiny. It's not much. There's not much more luster to it. The stone's a little clearer. It's azurite, so it's not really, like a nice sapphire or anything like that. It's a fairly inexpensive stone as far as gemstones goes. It's opaque. It's really blue, but it's it's opaque. You can't really see through it.
But the important part about it is that it's hers.
Yes, it is her azurite ring, and he passes it over to her and says, "Here you go. Nice and polished up. You pay him."
It is the first thing that she's probably really bought for herself like this.
Mm-hmm.
Because I imagine, she gets probably paid, but, nobody's paying her 15 gold pieces for, normal. I was going to ask, how do I factor in silver and copper and all of that?
These are all by tens. And it's the usual breakdown for the coinage. Recently, there's been a little bit of a change in the way coinage has been issued inside of Corinth's borders. It used to be that the duk, the second largest size coin, which is the one of those equals 10 core, which is the basic silver piece, was made of silver. It was just bigger, and it is now made of electrum, which is a alloy, a gold silver alloy.
Now, what about the ring that she bought? Is this like actual gold?
Yeah, it's not very pure, but it's an actual gold band, and it's got the gemstone set in it. It's very simple.
And she doesn't care, because all she cares about is that this was something that she bought with her own hard stolen money.
That's right.
This is her ring. Nobody in the family gave it to her. She got it all on her own.
That's right.
So she takes that ring, and he looks like he can see that she's like probably the happiest customer he's probably ever sold anything to. For this little ring that probably isn't worth 10 gold, but she paid 10 gold for anyway.
Right. Well, he tried to charge her 15 for it.
Right.
So you can add a azurite ring to your inventory.
Now that she has it, is there anything special about it other than the fact that she has this ring?
You hold it in your hands, and it does not thrum with power. It does not vibrate. It does not give off any temperature change or anything of that nature. You're not a sorcerer, so you're not well attuned to these sorts of things, but you know that sometimes a magical object that is sufficiently powerful will vibrate, and this one's not.
She's still gonna gladly take it home. She will give him the same sort of quirky little bow curtsy thing and say, "Thank you, mister."
You're welcome.
Snowball back up, make sure he's nice and tucked wherever he's comfortable, and practically prance out of the store, holding that ring, until she goes all the way home, where she's gonna find Alana if she's there, and desperately ask if she can have an old chain or something,
okay,
so that she can hang this ring around her neck.
Alana is at this estate in the city. You come into her room. She's been, she got a stack of books. She's taking courses at the academy, so she's been studying a lot. And you come in, and she's been in the middle of something, and she holds her finger up and finishes what she's writing and goes, "Okay, Tess, tell me all about it."
So Tess sits on the ground so that she's, a little bit shorter, because I don't know how tall Alana is, but
Not
I'm
very.
sure Tess is significantly taller.
Yeah.
So she sits down. She's like, I went and I bought this and presents it to her like it's the purest diamond in the world or something. And she's like, isn't it so beautiful?
She looks at it, regards it, looks at you, regards it again, and goes, "Tess, it is perhaps one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen."
That just makes Tess so friggin' happy. She starts bouncing practically in her seat. She goes, but it's hard to wear when I have gloves. So, want a chain. So I put on my neck.
Did the shop not have chains?
Shop had chain. Had chain. Chain costs more gold.
I see. Okay. Well, I might have something in here. She goes over to her bureau and starts opening drawers. Finds one, seems to, meet her needs. Pulls out a chain, untangles it a little bit, and brings it over to you and says, "Is this going to be fine? I don't want to give you something too delicate; it might break." And it's a simple gold chain.
It's already prettier than the one at the shop, so Tess is already super excited. She says, "It's perfect. Anything from Lady Alana will always be perfect."
Oh, she kind of makes that oh, and goes and sits down and says, "Well, I know you're going to be leaving soon."
Yes, so then I can have this to remember you while I'm gone.
Yeah.
And she starts putting the chain through the ring so she can, and then she kind of not quite hands it over, but gestures towards Alana to be like, "Can you put it on me?"
Yeah, she gets back up again and does so. Puts the ring on the chain, puts the chain around your neck, and goes, "There. Now don't you look like a proper lady?"
She tries to nudge Alana, see if she'll pet her on the head.
She does.
So Tess is happy, of course. She makes her quiet little purring sounds, or she's all happy, and she says, "Thank you, Lady Alana. Thank you."
You're welcome.
And then she's just like, I'll let you get back to studying.
I have a paper due soon, and I think I'm gonna fail. So I need to get back to work. We'll when you get back, we'll go see a show, or we'll go to the arena and see a fight or something.
Just like before, her eyes get super wide. She gets super excited. She leans in and she nuzzles Alana and rubs her head, and she says, "Okay, I believe in you. You do good. You do best work." And then she just goes whether she, I don't know if Alana would be the sort of person who would have like a little quote unquote cat bed for Tess in her room. If such a thing exists, Tess will just go lay there and just admire this new ring that she bought. Otherwise, she will make her way back to wherever she stays and do the exact same thing.
I would say
to not bother anybody.
Yeah, I would say there's not a cat bed, but there's like a spot on the floor with a rug and a pillow for Tess to sit at when, Tess isn't needed elsewhere. But it's not where she's made to stay. She's expected to stay in her own room elsewhere. Like a spot
that's comfortable enough for her to hang out with Alana without being in Alana's bed, because she feels like that's maybe not appropriate.
Right.
But she likes to spend her time with Alana when she can, but she doesn't want to bother her. So she'll just be very quietly hanging out over there. And that's I think she will be satisfied with that until my cat claws my hand.
Okay.
Her and Snowball will just be very happily admiring her new ring
Mm-hmm.
and watching Tess, and or watching Alana. I feel like if Alana gets frustrated, Tess will be the sort of friend who will come over and be like, you can pet my head to help you relax.
Right. Yeah.
Because that's a thing. I will be your emotional support animal
That's right.
or whatever, even though I'm totally sentient. And yeah, I think that's it.
Um, all right. Is there any other shopping that Tess would like to do in the upcoming days for practical use? Otherwise,
I don't think so, because you said like, so you said they'll have like health potions and stuff like that. Kind of basic
rations,
stuff.
and generally the basic stuff is already taken care of.
So, and I think her quiver was already full
Mhm.
of arrows. Question mark. I'll just say containers empty.
Yes, but
Oh,
there
no.
are 20 arrows in your consumables, and those
Oh yeah,
are
they're there.
existing in your
Okay.
quiver.
So I think she's probably good there. So I think she would probably not need to shop for anything else.
Mhm.
And she's got enough basic knowledge that these dark elves, they're still a functioning, intelligent society. So if she needs anything she imagines, she'll be able to buy things there if she needs something. So
Right.
yeah, I don't think so. I think she's good. I think she's satisfied with her beautiful her little ring, which I need to put in my inventory. I'll do
Okay,
that.
then.
So yeah, that's it.
Well, then that is it. That is all I have for you. Which would then conclude our introduction session for Tess, for From Depths Unkind. I want to thank everybody for coming out. I want to thank my new player here for joining me. I hope you had fun. And we'll see everybody in September for our premiere From Depths Unkind. There is one more character introduction session that will happen between now and then.
For this campaign?
For this campaign, that's right. So be sure everybody to show up for that one. And then that'll be it for introduction sessions, and we'll get on with the campaign itself. So, again, September for both upcoming campaigns, Song of the Crown and From Depths Unkind. So, that is all for me, and you all have a good night. Bye-bye.
Fighting. Bye, everyone.